You've probably heard the warning before. Never put metal in the microwave. Maybe you've even learned the hard way, watching sparks fly after accidentally leaving a fork in your leftovers. But why does metal, especially aluminum foil, cause such chaos in a microwave? Let's break it down in a way that makes sense without all the complicated physics jargon. Right here, on History of Simple Things. To understand why metal is a big no-no, let's start with how a microwave oven actually works. Unlike traditional ovens that rely on heating elements or hot air, microwaves use, you guessed it, microwaves. These are a form of electromagnetic radiation that excites water, fat, and sugar molecules in food, making them vibrate. That vibration generates heat, which then warms up your meal. The microwaves themselves are produced by a device called a magnetron, which sends them bouncing around inside the oven. The walls of the microwave are made of metal, which helps reflect and direct these waves toward the food. But here's where things start to get tricky when it comes to adding extra metal inside. Metal surfaces reflect microwaves instead of absorbing them. Unlike food, which soaks up the energy, metal deflects it, creating an unpredictable and potentially dangerous situation. If the piece of metal has smooth, rounded surfaces, like the walls of the microwave itself or the interior of a metal mixing bowl, it might not cause any immediate issues. But if the metal is thin, crinkled, or has sharp edges, things can get electrifying, literally. When microwaves hit metal with jagged edges or points, such as crumpled aluminum foil, forks, or even the metal rim on some takeout containers, electric charges build up. These charges can become concentrated at the sharp points, leading to a phenomenon known as arcing. Arcing is when electricity jumps through the air like a mini lightning bolt. That's what causes the bright sparks you might see if you accidentally nuke a piece of foil. If the sparks hit something flammable, like paper towels or grease, they can start a fire. That's why manufacturers put those big warnings in the manuals that no one ever reads. Aluminum foil is one of the most common metals people mistakenly put in a microwave. It's thin, lightweight, and often used to cover food. But it's also notorious for sparking and causing trouble. The reason is its irregular surface. If the foil is flat and smooth, it might be okay for short bursts of time. But as soon as it has wrinkles or sharp edges, those high-energy electrons start accumulating and lead to, you guessed it, arcing. Even worse, aluminum foil can act like a shield, blocking microwaves from reaching the food beneath it. Instead of heating your leftovers, the waves just bounce off, meaning your food stays cold while your microwave turns into a mini fireworks show. Here's where it gets interesting. Some metals can be safely used in the microwave. Have you ever noticed that certain microwave-safe dishes have a thin metal rim? Or that some microwave ovens come with metal racks? That's because not all metal reacts the same way. A solid, thick piece of metal with no sharp edges usually won't cause arcing. For example, some high-end microwaves are designed to handle special metal trays for cooking. But these trays are specifically engineered to work with microwaves without sparking. So before you start tossing in your favorite stainless steel coffee mug, make sure it's actually microwave safe. Otherwise, you're in for a light show. Let's say you decide to throw caution to the wind and microwave a metal spoon or a crumpled piece of aluminum foil. What's the worst that could happen? Sparks and flashes. These are the first warning signs that you've made a mistake. If you see them, stop the microwave immediately. Potential damage to the microwave. Repeated arcing can damage the interior of the microwave, especially if the sparks hit the walls or magnetron. Over time, This can reduce the efficiency of the appliance or even make it stop working altogether. Fire hazards. If the sparks ignite something flammable inside the microwave, you've got a serious problem. Grease, paper, or even food crumbs can catch fire if they're exposed to enough heat. But what about metal in food packaging? If metal is so dangerous, why do some food packages contain metal elements and still say they're microwave safe? Think of those microwavable meals with a metallic layer on the bottom or popcorn bags lined with foil. These packages are carefully designed to interact with microwaves in a controlled way. For example, the metal in a popcorn bag helps distribute heat evenly, making sure all the kernels pop. The key difference is that these metals are built to absorb and distribute microwave energy safely. Regular household metal objects are not designed with that level of precision, making them unpredictable. If you search online, you might find some people claiming that you can microwave metal under certain conditions. Technically, that's true, but it's risky. Some modern microwaves even come with metal racks or turntables designed to work safely. However, these are carefully tested and manufactured to prevent arcing. If you're unsure whether something is safe to put in the microwave, the best bet is to avoid it altogether. A quick experiment isn't worth ruining your appliance, or worse, starting a fire. So, why can't we put metal or aluminum foil in the microwave? The answer comes down to the way microwaves interact with metal. Unlike food, metal reflects microwave energy, and if the metal has sharp edges, it can lead to sparks, electrical arcing, and even fires. While some metals, like those in specially designed packaging or microwave-safe trays, can be used safely, your everyday aluminum foil or silverware is best left out of the microwave. Next time you heat up leftovers, double-check for that sneaky fork hiding in your bowl. Your microwave and your kitchen will thank you. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.